check it and see if we'll tell me where I need to move because I can't see my. I got that thing on there. No,
Oh.
I can't see past.
Yeah, no, I turned the camera. Yeah, just the other way. Testing.
Just popped up.
Testing, testing.
This is my son.
Testing.
We should be good. The only problem we have is
All right, we're good. We're good.
you can see it.
Yeah. All right. All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we're going to continue to face the east and give all honor and glory praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening, learning, to the Bayashudabadat, the house of David. This is Men of Valor, Las Vegas camp, coming to you through the will and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds whose father's line goes back, you're the true children of Israel that the Bible speaks of. Salvation belongeth unto you and you alone. All right, no other nation has the opportunity at salvation, has the blessing or the responsibility, all right, that it comes with, okay? But Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai has a nation that he has chosen and a people, all right? And it is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds whose father's line goes back. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into these scripts.
This is 2nd Esdras 9 and verse 1. It says, "He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made."
Right, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is stirring up, he's stirring up controversy. All right, he's stirring up the controversy, and he's making prophecy known. All right, there's no more plausible deniability. There's no more shoulda, coulda, woulda. All right, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is making this thing come to pass. He's shortening the days for the very elect's sake. All right, as the brothers were just talking about, how Ukraine hit Iran's ship. All right, which is therefore going to cause what? More chaos and more disorder. All right, cause for this devil, all right, and his house divided to fall upon itself. All right, you got Russia, China. All right, this the aid of Iran.
Yeah, you're seeing, other key players in this third World War. They're gonna come to play. They're being summoned. All right, they're being summoned to what? The valley of Yahweh Shaphat, God's judgment. All right, that's where they're
gonna
die.
do. It's gonna fuck them up. All right, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is gonna fuck a lot of people up. All right. What people don't understand, you walk by, you scoff and you mock Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, just marking you for judgment. All right?
That's the visitation.
God.
So when the Lord visits, all right, he's gonna visit with what? His judgment. Mm-hmm. All right. What does it say? Woe unto those who desire the day of the Lord, for it is dark and not light.
God.
All right. And Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is coming with a stretched out hand. Can you go to Isaiah 63? You got it.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 46, verse 10. It says, declaring the end from the beginning,
You got it.
and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure.
Yep. See, the Lord, he declared the end from the beginning. All right. And the signs of prophecy are in the Bible. All right. Prophecy meaning meaning before, and then to say. All right. So to say before. All right, we were, ordained, and ordered to go on the highways and byways and warn the people. Okay, warn the people of the things to come. All right, first and foremost, our own nation, the nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, including the speckled bird whose father's line goes back to Israel. All right, but also tell the other nations their judgment. Okay, and what is coming to them, all right, from the Most High for touching the apple of His eye, all right, for furthering that affliction. All right, so it said He declared. Okay, He declared from the beginning from the end. All right, or the end from the beginning, Sakya. So the story has already been written, and this is how it's going to play out. Okay, He has given that vision to His prophets to relay. All right, therefore to the people. All right, to give that warning. I want to get back into 2nd Esdras 9 real quick. 2nd Esdras 9 and 3, it says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. All right, therefore it was already said. Prophets of old said these things. The prophets of old, what did they do in Jeremiah 28? They talked about the pestilence, all right, the wars and these dynasties collapsing, all right, the kingdoms falling,
and men waxing worse, right?
Right.
The whole 9 yards, everything. All right.
This war is affecting everyone globally. It's not just here.
It's a economic crisis. Because that strait is so vital, to energy. Right when they shut it down, they started talking about energy crisis.
Right.
When JB was in office, what was a tactical maneuver from whoever did it, blew up the Nord Stream pipeline.
Right.
All right, which now it pretty much came out that it was by the hands of
Sleepy Joe.
right, and he slipped up and said it himself.
And yet they blame it on someone else.
Right. So it says in verse 6, it says, even so the times also of the highest have, Slakia, this is 2nd Esdras 9 and 5. It says, for like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and the end, and an end, and the end is manifest, all right, even so the times also the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs, and those effects and signs, all right, some of those signs are being seen. All right, a major sign, are the signs in heaven, which are the chariots of Israel.
Right.
Which those so-called UFOs, UAPs, are now becoming, they have been more prominent in the news. All right, they've been more. Hey, that's the whole reason for that disclosure. All right.
Hey, and think through the spirit. How many blood moons? Right? How many signs in the heavens, the stars, the solar eclipses, the eclipses, all right?
Pink moon,
Yeah.
blood moon.
Pink moon. Yeah, how about Shimei Al-Shai said, I will give you signs in the seasons, and I will give you signs in the heavens.
Yeah, those are the powerful effects, as well as, the plagues being sent out.
God.
All right? We seen in China, they got swarmed by, I forgot, they got flooded, but riding in on those floods was,
Snakes on
I don't know, it looked thousands to, thousands of snakes.
Yeah, cobras
All right?
and everything.
And people were getting attacked by these snakes. Hey, that's a powerful sign.
Right.
All right.
That's a plague.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a plague.
Janus and Jambres.
Yeah, but the Lord said that He would send those plagues as of Egypt as before.
Right.
All right, this being spiritually Sodom and Egypt, being America. all right, as it says in the book of Revelation. Okay, but spiritually, Sodom and Egypt for the that zesty lifestyle that they push, and Egypt for the bondage.
Right.
All right, Mizraim.
Everything that's promoted here is, everything that's promoted here in Babylon the Great is against Yahweh Shem Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls God and Jebus Christ.
Yeah, and this devil has, he's more so in these times enslaved people by their minds.
God.
All right, and this is it's more of a spiritual captivity now.
Right.
Even though you still, really you're in servitude, and when you look into the word employment in the the Black's Law dictionary, that means to be a slave. All right.
Yep.
And when you go into the the detail of Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation, he pretty much freed the slaves to enslave the entire world, or the citizens of America.
Right.
All right. That's why you have to pay taxes. That's why
That's why you don't own anything.
That's why they're rewriting the law and putting you into a digital, revamped law, where therefore you could own nothing and be happy.
Right.
Which that goes into their Agenda 2030.
Right, because your heritage is to leave a substance behind, to leave wealth behind. You can't necessarily leave any land behind. You don't have a lordal title. All right.
Yeah, that's why these your king or your president signed over America to these small hats.
Right.
All right.
Exactly.
And that's why they joined military forces.
Hey,
All right. That's why they're gonna have IDF come and invade your homes. All right. That's all under this great power that is called America today.
Right.
And these Israelis, y'all know how they feel about you Americans. They
Right.
do not like you at
Hey,
all.
this is the only country that can constantly tell you, hey, they hate you and still give support. All right? You still give them fucking support.
Yeah, well,
And-
you seen Russell Simmons,
Yeah.
as talking about,
Yep.
we should all be Zionists.
They did really great things to the black community.
Right.
I bet they did.
Hey, and at the end of the day, it don't even matter what you say. All right? This devil has entrapped you, through his snares in the law. He devised mischief by law. All right? And that's why this devil, got into the place that he's in right now. All right? The White House was for sale, and they had the money to buy it.
Yeah, and that's through your great leadership.
Right.
That's through the man who said he was gonna, end,
He made
end the war as soon as he came into office.
right. He made America great again by selling it.
And and Camel Toe wasn't gonna do anything better.
Right.
She wasn't gonna, that's the delusion that, the Democrats have in their mind, is that, if we were in position, all right.
Wait to the midterms. Wait to the midterms. This is
Yeah.
what they continue to say. Everybody believes it's gonna get better. Hey, who's not looking into the full matter? You believe that everything is it's gonna get so much better. We just have to win the midterms. We just need to get him out of office, impeach him, or whatever. But here it is. Hey, this devil, has basically a bounty on his head. Okay?
Yeah.
He has a bounty on his head from Iran, and he has a bounty on his head, from his constituents. All right?
People that are closest to him.
Yeah, and that's
Look at what happened to CK.
but
Okay?
and that's why he's doing the things that he's doing, is because what happened when he got he got that zip by the ear,
Yep.
and these other events, it's a reminder, because he screwed over some backdoor deals that he was supposed to make good on. Same reason why CK got put out.
Right.
All right. When you don't, and then who did that come back to? That came back to the people who still want that, the same people that is taking over AI so they could have intel on Americans. Why do they need intel on Americans?
You're a whole nother country, right?
So important.
I thought you're a whole sovereign. All right. Seriously.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
You were sovereign, but you want to come over here and interfere in American politics because you know that you're not the people. You know the blessing doesn't belong to you, but you have a blessing and you're surely about to use it. All right? As soon as you got 2 more I's and 3 more T's to cross and dot.
89 seconds.
All right? And 89 seconds to midnight. All right? We already know you've already, let your nakedness be shown, but Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to expose you even more. All right?
I was gonna say is, by, passing that bill to the House, and that, and now it's going to the Senate, and more than likely, of course, it's gonna be passed, by America merging its military with the IDF. That means that Israel gets access to everything over here, surveillance, policing, everything.
Right. Hey, everything, and there's no what do they call it? There's no exemption for things that were said before this came into place. They're going back through your whole history, your search history. They're going back through everything and anything.
You said anything not mean about us, you're going in.
Right.
I believe it was a senator or
Yeah.
Okay.
He went in his house, took his ass out of his house.
no. It might have been a senator. I can't remember his name, but he recently came and said that what I was telling you about with Palestine and how everything that certain key words or sayings that they say, such as if you say it wasn't just free Palestine, but it was like they have certain sayings that they say like live to free Palestine, some shit like that. But those are, he pretty much was saying that those are saying and are threats to the small hats, that they're saying that, oh, how are they gonna free Palestine? Just saying, it's not the exact term phrase that he was saying, but is by offing our people. So
Right.
anybody saying those things, they're gonna get picked up and pretty much executed,
And
or something to that effect, locked up, and that's also why these devils need that merging of the military too, because military soldiers that are from America, they're not going to turn against their own people. They're going to fight up against that power as well.
Right.
They're not going to go and raid people that look just like them and from the same place as them, because they don't see that. You already have veterans, these ex-military veterans coming together and having whole meetings and rallies.
Well, look at these ice spices, right? Here it is. They have the ability to be lawless and still go around and do what they want to do. This was just a precursor for you.
Yeah, most of them go back
All
to
right.
to that land.
Most of them go back to being that land and being those people, and you can't say anything against them. They have exemption, and their budget. What was their budget? Like
Something crazy.
$47 billion or something like that.
They was expediting resumes and background checks to get more people out there. you
Right.
know? And they could have had violent, criminal backgrounds with, the hard R, grape,
Yep.
what is that called? History,
Yep. And it
And-
doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. When the flotilla, all right, when you had those reporters and people on that flotilla in the so-called Middle East, what do you think was going on in there? They was going to Pound Town,
Right.
all right, starving people.
Yep. Hey, you hear about the counts now still. All right, how these young Issacharites women ended up pregnant.
Yeah,
in a detention center.
right.
And everybody's supposed to be separated. All right, the men from the women. All right. Hey, and this is Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going further. Hey, to bring your shame directly to your doorstep. Okay, and know that Yahweh Shem Yahushua, really all you're doing is if any escape. All right, if any escape, which you won't if you're here on the shores of America and you don't. Hey, and you don't get out of here before that time. All right. Hey, you are bringing back a generation for captivity. All right, you heathen nations, especially you, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right, captivity is for you. Okay, judgment of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai is yet upon you. Look how the world is heating up. The sun is starting to kick y'all's ass. Don't get me wrong, it's hot. All right,
It's funny.
but you fuckers are burning the fuck up.
Well, you
see
see
that
that in Europe.
Did you
Right.
see that one thing?
Europe
with
is
the-
melting.
Yeah, it is. And they can't afford no AC unit or nothing. And the people over here, they're taking some weird thing and they're injecting themselves.
Oh,
with
the melanin?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like, okay. Not know what else that shit will do to you.
Yeah, like the elder Malcolm says, how are you the superior race and you can't even stand out in the sun?
Right.
You know,
Let's say 30. A woman in 30 minutes she stood out in the sun and with no sunblock and she got blisters. She
Yeah.
had blisters on her back and shit like that.
Yeah.
Hey, she got what is it? Sun poisoning. You get poisoned by the sun. The sun. All right. It
Yeah.
goes. Hey, the natural sun hates you. How much more? How much more?
Vitamin D for you. Nothing.
How much more? Hey, the Father. All right, and the Son. All right.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 140, starting at verse 1. Deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man. Verse 2, which imagine mischiefs in their heart, continually are they gathered together for war.
Right, and this is what this devil is doing. He's gathered continuously together for war. How many years of America's history has there been war?
220,
Oh my goodness. And how long has America been around?
250,
Oh my goodness. 220 years.
at least 220 to 230 years of constant war.
Constant turmoil. Constant war. Constant bullshit. Sorry to say it like that, but that's exactly what it is. Because you got to dig through all the shit because it's a bunch of lies being told.
oppressing other countries.
God.
Going over there, setting up economic hitmen and puppet leaders to get things done how you want them done. If they don't, automatically bow or
Fall in line.
yeah, bow the head or bend the knee, to the king. All right. Then you setting up, another, Venezuela, incident.
Right.
All right. And if you can't get it, so if you can't get it just through, telling them, then you go and burn some shit up, like you did Hawaii. All right, and how the indigenous people didn't want to give up, that land. All right. So you torched them down, and then you had major corporations buy the same land for pennies on the dollar. Exactly how when you already came around with offers before. All right, so if you don't get it, you'll find a means to get it.
Yeah. Hey.
That's why this devil, he's a madman.
Right.
And then the word mad goes into disordered in intellect, demented, crazy, insane, or out of one's mind, foolish, extremely stupid, make insane or foolish.
Right, and that describes Esau perfectly. All right, being the mad scientist. All right, continuing on to further wickedness and says, you know what? How can I make more wickedness out of the wickedness I already made? How can I have a what do they call it? A short destruction on top of a short destruction.
He's a mad scientist.
God.
You know, the Yahweh Shema Shai says that they're known by their fruits. You know, that a man's, work is known by his fruits.
Right, and what fruit has he produced?
All right, war.
War, death, destruction, grape, robbery,
Yeah,
murder.
Side effects on side effects, harm to,
Right.
to the world. You know, that's why you go to let me grab that real quick. Proverbs.
All right, and remember, this is not a color-based thing. It doesn't matter about the color of your skin. It matters about your bloodline. All right, where your father comes from. All right, where your father's bloodline comes from. Your father's father. All right. This is what makes you an Israelite. All right. Your heritage. You can pull numbers if you want.
This is Proverbs 29:2. It says, "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn."
Exactly. And now you've seen people rejoicing before, and that was just an act. All right. Now you are understanding, and you're seeing because you're mourning. Everyone is mourning. All right. Hey, prices are skyrocketing. Okay, hyperinflation is just really starting to set in. Okay, you people aren't ready for what's about to come. You're not even ready for what's here already. You're starting to go crazy. Hey, and you women out there, hey, shit, it's already happening to you. You're already starting to lose your mind. Screaming on video and crying out and so on and so forth. Now you're starting to remember.
That's where feminism has led you.
Right. Hey,
Right? And then they stripped you of, WIC and food stamps, and you ain't all, you ain't a bad bitch no more.
Right, but here, Eve still got just a little bit more pride left. Eve still got a little bit more pride left. All right? But, hey, the day is coming. You so-called Black, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indian women, all right, as well as you speckled birds, all right, you're going to start receiving more hell, and you're going to start understanding, especially the head tribe of Judah. All right, you're really going to start understanding that this world doesn't give a shit about you.
And that deal that you took was a bad deal.
Right. You're not exempt from these curses. Okay? And you heifers out there calling for the destruction of the Israelite man, hey, you're going to be 3 times as destroyed. You and your children. All right?
Throwing down like the mire in the street.
God. Try not to get upset at that.
Right. Yeah.
You had him holding.
No.
I had.
But you go to what you had.
I had Isaiah 6:3.
But you had something else, didn't you?
Well, this was Numbers 1:18 because he was like.
Yeah, you can go ahead and read it.
Numbers 1:18 says, "And they assemble all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declare their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers."
Right, the house of their fathers. Going to show that your lineage goes back to your father. So you are what your father is. If your father is a so-called black man, all right, you are a so-called black man of the tribe of Judah. All right, if your father is a so-called white man, you're so-called a white man but belong to the tribe of Esau, Edom. That is your nation. All right, and therefore you have to follow what your father's bloodline says to you. Your father's bloodline of you children of Israel are blessed. All right? You are blessed. So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as the speckled birds whose father's line goes back.
It only take a couple of generations,
to make it look like something else.
Yeah, to be opposite of what your father was. You look at Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
You look at Patrick Mahomes. All right, his son. All right, because he got with a white woman, and his son, look like a so-called white man, but that's not what his spirit go back to.
Right.
All right. That's
Okay.
why, you know, a lot of the so-called Italian, you know, Irish, Scottish, you know, they most of them are go back to the Southern Kingdom.
Right. Hey, and you Esau Edom, all right? Hey, you're going to be judged as well. All right? You once again, you have a heritage that belongs to so-called white man, you belong to Esau Edom. All right?
Like you know, in Mexico and other you know, Latin countries, you have the you know, but the so-called Afro-Latino.
Yeah.
All right. And then you got on the flip side of it, so on the other spectrum, you know, when the Spaniards came in and, you know,
Did what they did.
and colonized, all right, then you had you know, if they you know, they daughter, you know, lay with you know, one of the Latin tribes, then their seed would be, you know, look different.
Right. Hey,
So-
it's no different than what that Ice Spice is doing now. All right, that's the same thing. While these Issachar is ending up pregnant, these young women of Issachar.
Yeah, you had I needed to look a little bit further into it, but you know, in the early Americas, you know, pre-America, but you had these Welsh that pretty much came and adopted, you know, Gad's lifestyle. You know, and they were known and called, you know, as white Indians, but I believe that they were Welsh. You know, but they followed exactly, you know, like Gad, but you know, some of Gad's women went with them. You know.
Right.
Yeah, that's what you call a $5 Indian, where they
Yeah.
$5 Indian, where, you know, they go back to over in Europe. They say, hey, look, they're people like us. We can intermingle with them, come and we can take their women.
Well, they separated
Yes.
from Gad, like, so they took, you know, I don't know if they overtook them, but you know, some of their women left with them and they went, like the Gad wasn't fucking with them,
Yeah.
but they went and kept their same traditions, like over you had that land over there.
Hey, because what did they say? I was talking to a native dude. He said, just because you get you know, popped by somebody in the tribe doesn't mean you're part of the tribe, right? And that makes perfect sense.
Oh, that's like you know, with Jake and you know, in gang culture.
Right.
You know, you have with the women.
Yep.
All right. You have the women that actually earned the right to be in that game. They got down and they got jumped in, and then you got women that, you know, pretty much got fucked in.
Yep.
All right. And it's two different. You pretty much just a hoe. You know.
Right.
I forgot the term. They have
You got
a term.
sexted,
Yeah.
right?
But you got gang banged in.
Yeah, and so you're
You
loyal.
got ran a train to get that position.
Yeah, you're loyal to the streets.
And put in many different positions.
Right. You're loyal to the streets. So when they need you in that position, you go back to your original position.
But you ain't really about that life. So you can't do the same things as you know, as
Squander.
well, you know, as Shy Girl, you know, that is really about the action.
God.
You can't talk a certain way to those women that really are about that life.
God. All right. But there's a difference. There's a difference between being blessed of Yahweh Shem Yahushai and being chosen as a nation, in comparison to just being a nation that Yahweh Shem Yahushai has and gave a blessing. All right, because Esau does have a blessing. His blessing is the sword.
And it's for the time right now.
Right, and it's for the time being right now. And that's all. So Israel could, get that correction from Yahweh Shem Yahushai. He used, the other nations, especially Esau, Edom, as a whipping stick. All right? To make sure that, you're going to fall in line and fall in order. In the midst of that, you're going to see exactly why it is that you're not the same as this other nation. Because if you continue like this, this is how you are, this is who you are.
Well, he told us not to intermingle with them.
Right. But I've set you aside and I set you apart for myself, and I made you a peculiar special treasure unto myself.
Yep. I gotta pre-read
Yep.
that. This is Ezekiel chapter 21 and verse 9. It says, "Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith Yahweh, say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is, points in 11. It says, it is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter, and being put to use. That sword gonna get wet.
Right.
That sword is gonna, it's just not there just to be sitting and look pretty, but it's refined.
Right. It's not a what do they call it? Display piece.
Yeah, it's not one of the samurai swords that you get and just hang up on the wall.
Right. Hey, and some swords, as you cut through certain things, it gets sharper. It's not just the whetstone that makes it sharp. All right. Hey, it's cutting through certain things, and in this case, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, hey, made that thing to cut through the nation of Israel. All right.
And it being furbished is, all these devices and the times that we coming into. Hey, the Lord has given, the powers that be, the wicked who rule the earth right now. All right, He's made they toys to be, and when they get to use, they're gonna be, ready. All right, to its perfection, to as perfect as they can possibly be achieved. That's why you're seeing, all these different missiles.
Yeah.
That's why you're seeing, them talk about building America a golden globe or a golden dome.
Right.
All right, that's why you're gonna see, you're seeing the AI robot, the robot dogs.
That's why you're seeing the budgets increase too.
Them ask for more military funds.
Yep.
1.5 trillion.
These devils have everything in the palm of their hand.
Yeah, and them getting, their laws ready, the CBDC ready, the MOTB ready.
Mm-hmm.
All these things are being verbiage. So when they need to call on them, hey, that sword is, going to be ready to. So it is furbished that it may glitter.
Yep. Hey, so that it may shine bright like a diamond.
Yeah,
All
can
right?
a brother look up that word glitter?
Yeah. I think. I thought Darasha. I thought you were looking up right now.
No, it's
Lock it.
another thing too is that over in China they have this thing where they have the bots, like a little MMA for the bots.
Yeah.
And you're watching these bots fight, so I'm like, okay.
Yeah, and then they put them on display.
Did you see that one where the chick was bullying the bot? She was bullying the bot, and then the bot turned around and got in his fighting stance. Was like, look, bitch.
Yeah,
Enough is enough.
And you see like these celebrities play with them. You had the robot dog blowing fire at Speed,
I shall speak.
and he jumped in the pool. And then you had, I think Adrian Broner was just sparring, with one, like shadow boxing. And then you had, I think it was Kyrie, but then he like pushed it over and it like kind of malfunctioned.
Right.
But
that's only for show.
turn it up or let them, when they get that, that subconscious, or let one of these devils put,
When they get that coding.
let one of them put, Lindsey Graham's code,
Right.
in one of them bots. See how many, see what he do. Oh, I wanted it in the blue letter, so I can,
Oh, glitter? What?
that's Ezekiel 21 and 10. Man, let me finish this out.
Good.
But if you get there,
No.
so it says, should we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree. So should we make mirth this? Hey, should we be in a time of mirth right now? Hell no, because judgment's about to get poured out.
No, we're supposed to party and bullshit. Keep it going. right? Because everything is good.
We're supposed to build here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
40 acres and a mule.
And it says, or it is, and this is the in the little my little footnotes. It says, or it is the rod of my son. It despiseth every tree. You know.
Right.
So you know it go back to Yahushua too.
Hewing down.
But it is also, you know, the will of the Heavenly Father, but just on the left hand side.
Right.
You know.
Hey, but here it is.
What do you say? I came to make peace and not war.
Yep. But here it is, like we're here right now, and everybody's. I came to make war and not peace. You have everybody here right now. Hey, playing football, everything's okay. You know, this is the
Norm.
Everything is normal. All right. Life is gonna continue on as it is because it's never gonna end. Okay. But little do these people know, hey, the end is manifest. All right. Yahweh Shem Yahushai has his prophets out on the highways and byways for that warning. Okay? As he has told you in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3. All right? Give them warning from me. All right? I believe it's 3 and 17, but give them warning from me. All right? That Yahweh Shem Yahushai, hey, has sent his prophets out to warn. All right?
Bring that alarm.
Yep. Hey, judgment is coming. All right? And judgment is here. But how much more when it gets even more expedient, more gruesome, all right? Because y'all just believe everything is just the only thing you see is on TV.
Yeah, they don't.
All right?
They haven't seen nothing like in person, like some Final Destination shit happening like right in front of me.
Yeah, but you know those apocalyptic movies. That's all preconditioning. You know,
Right.
Purge. That's all preconditioning people to
It's a forewarning.
yeah, to you know enter into the times that they're coming in.
Yeah, it's a warning. It's essentially warning on the left-hand side, but they sell it as entertainment.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it. It'll never happen.
yeah, predicted program.
Right. It'll never happen. And if it does, don't worry.
Don't look
We'll
up.
take care of
Yeah,
you.
don't look up.
Right. Don't look up. We'll take care of you.
Yeah.
All right.
Like how they, you know, pretty much saying they got a plan for the, and they got the you know, the UFO thing under control.
Right.
You ain't even got, you know, this war under control.
Shit, you don't even have the fucking cell towers under control. You're supposed to get 5, 6G anywhere you walk if you got this shit under control.
Hell, you don't
On
even
your
got
phone.
Self-control.
Yeah.
Right?
You still got dead zones.
You got dead zones and shit. There's no way. There's no way that you.
You still don't have the supply for these, you know, these data centers.
God,
You don't have the water for it.
it's like you.
And your plan is to, you know, pretty much,
rob the people more.
yeah, but bring a drought to your citizens.
Right.
It's
Right.
that error that proceeded from the ruler. I just want to read one more. It says in Ezekiel 21 and 11, it says, and he hath given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer.
Right, and that slayer is Yahweh Shai. All right, Yahweh Shai is wielding that sword through the will of Yahweh, and that sword is Esau Edom.
Yeah. So you know that sword is also given to Esau to use as
Right.
his blessing.
And that's it, because his blessing is the sword. All right, but in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, hey, this prophecy will come to pass. Okay, this is Jacob's trouble. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai has it here for a reason. All right, hey, the whipping stick, the sword, the weapon of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to be used. All right, it's not like brothers just said. Hey, it's not going to sit there as a decorative piece. Okay, it is going to continue to get and build more momentum as the one yielding the sword and becoming more skillful with the sword.
The sword's gonna be battle ready.
Right. Hey, because he's had 229 years. He's had 229 years to get his sword ready. Esau. Right? 229 years, hey, of America's greatness, of its war and its might. All right? Being able to hold this and have his blessing. Hey, so he can get to the point where Yahweh Hashem Yahushai says, okay, make war. Make war now. All right? You're going to have to answer for all of them. Okay? You got it. Oh, you had more on that?
Oh no, I'll wait up there.
See, you want to know exactly?
We could go there, or Rush, what you got?
Lamentations chapter 2, starting at verse 13.
Yeah, you can read that.
This is Lamentations chapter 2, verse 13, and it says, "What things shall I take to witness for thee? What things shall I liken to thee, O daughter of Jerusalem? What shall I equal to thee, that I may comfort thee, O virgin daughter of Zion? For thy breach is great like the sea, who can heal thee?"
Right. Only Yahweh Hashem Yahushai can heal us. All right. Vast is that breach. Okay.
That gap.
That gap.
The hole in the wall.
Who's gonna fix it?
You know.
The Panthers tried to fix it. Right. Your Christianity tried to fix it. All right. But yet these were all fables and falsehoods. All lies. All sorcery. It is only Yahweh Hashem Yahushai who can heal the nation of Israel. All right? And 2/3 of the nation of Israel, hey, have to learn death by pain so that they can be healed.
In the same position that Israel is in, was in going into the Babylonian, right before the Babylonian captivity, being destroyed and having these, the Lord not being with them as they're, being ransacked and ravished, and, all these events coming upon them. That's the state America's coming into. All right. Just as we liken that Amos 9 and 11, 9 and 10, sinful kingdom.
Yep.
This is what America's gonna be. Because America had that stature, and it still has somewhat of a stature, but it's fallen.
Right.
It's hurt and broken. Busted and disgusted right now.
It was that golden cup. All right?
Now, it's that, that invincible state that you were in, and, your opponent drew blood. So now he know that,
He's a man.
you could be wounded.
He could bleed like Mortal Kombat.
Yep.
Right?
Shao Kahn.
Yes, Shao Kahn. Hey, that blessing's off. All right? That blessing, hey, Esau's blessing's almost up of being the sword.
The sorcery's done worn off.
Yeah.
Shao
His
Kahn.
enchantments.
Because what he had the
Saint
well,
Shang Tsung, yeah.
but I'm just
Shang Tsung.
talking about in the last movie he had Raiden's ring, which completed his little, that's sorcery.
Right.
So that's where his power came from. He took that away from him. They got that off of him.
Continuing on, Lamentations 2 and 14. "Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee, and they have not discovered thine iniquity, to turn away thy captivity, but have seen for thee false burdens and causes of banishment."
Hey, you got it.
No, just saying, the prophets, we see how the rest of Israel acts, it's just, we cry out to you daily. You do these things, but yet we warn you, but yet you continue to do, continue to just, be in the whole bread and circus and living lavishly.
Is it that folly?
Yeah, that folly.
Really Proverbs 1, tell you how they would, they wouldn't listen to the wisdom, and then the Lord eventually just gonna laugh at their calamity.
Yeah, because you stand for nothing and fall for everything. Right?
You went to every Sunday to Jesus.
And that's why, what's that old saying? He who knows nothing doubts nothing.
Right. Hey, you continuously in the mind state of, you know, hey, it's okay. It's better to not know.
Yeah, the simple believeth on every word.
Yeah.
You got more on that, right? You could at least read 15 more.
Yeah,
16.
15, yeah.
You could read 16 too.
Okay, and it says, verse 15, it says, all that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their heads at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty?
You know, that being, Israel. But hey, we in that, liken to that, yeah, Israel being a golden city. This is who the Lord dealing with. But hey, America took on that trait.
Mm-hmm.
It would say, how has the golden city ceased? So, hey, other nations looking at it like y'all worse off than we is.
Right.
You go on Skid Row, see how it is. You go down here off by your job.
Main,
Go
down Main Street.
see what those train tracks looking like.
Yeah, go to Las Vegas Boulevard.
Yeah, go in the sewers underneath this city. All right, and see what type of things is going on. Just look it up. Hey, go look it up on YouTube because it's there too.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of videos of
That's
that.
a documentary.
And that's not the unseen. All right.
Yep. Hey, look in the park.
Yeah, go
Look
to
on
your
some street
park at
corners.
night.
Go to your local 7-Eleven
Yeah.
after dark.
And how many people is like this?
At the
You
bus
know?
stops and shit.
Lane.
Hey, but that's spiritual too, because what did it say in Jeremiah the 30th? It said, why does a man travail?
Yeah.
Because he on Esau drugs.
Yeah. Like a woman in travail. Aren't you?
You know? Hey, that's all these. That could be some of them dope fiends.
All right. Hey man, it's heavy out here. All right.
Folded.
Yahweh Shem Yahushai has continuously brought this place down, piece by piece.
Yeah,
all right.
You gonna feel the pains that really make you hunch over your stomach. All right. 'Cause you're gonna be seeing those without that mark of exemption begin taken out. Right in front of you, people are gonna be dropping. Hey, when these devils could turn on the frequencies that make people
Go crazy, just like the kings.
bug out. And then I was because I'm not gonna talk about that right now because thinking about the bodies that exert the frequencies, but that are still pinging in the grave.
Yep.
Crazy.
Still pink
And
on video games.
There was also
Video conscience. Or the conscience is trapped.
There was also something I saw on TikTok where one of the restaurants they were one of the brothers on there saying to check your food because they could be putting these little digital bugs in your food, so you kind of have to check your
Well,
Well, we know we eat our bread.
you can't even see
food. Yeah, you can't even see
because
it.
a lot of that is nanotech.
Yeah.
It's
You know,
liquid.
There's that shit and damn near the air.
Right, and like
There-
Apostle Tahar Slakia, week before last, brought that out again, and Apostle Gabar, about how Pepsi, Coca-Cola, all right, and their companies, all right, their companies have that tech.
Yep.
Okay.
And then all their sub companies too,
Right.
because I didn't even know that I don't drink milk, but Fair Life, that's a Coke product.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, and they just had some shit go on with them where I think like one of their factories went down or something, to where they ain't gonna be getting no milk.
All right.
They ain't got milk.
The slogan, they ain't got milk, they ain't got
Yeah.
milk.
They ain't got milk.
God. Hey, how about Shimmy Al-Shai is making this place fall, and people will have to suffer through this time.
Yeah, and those are all powerful effects and signs that this place is circling in the drain.
Got it.
Yep. Lamentations 2:16. All thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash their teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up, certainly this is the day that we looked for, we have found, and we have seen it.
Hey, and this is what happened. This is what happened a couple of months, maybe like a year ago. All right, everybody was like, man, get out of here with that shit. 40 plus years ago, man, get out of here with that shit. Y'all ain't nobody. You can't be the children of the Most High. All right? You can't be the children of the Most High. But now, all right, now it's starting to be seen. Now it's starting to come to the realization that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has a people. He has a nation. All right? And that there is, that this Bible has validity.
Yeah, that's why Hocab, 304 Cab doing what he doing, trying to join us with everybody or everybody under the sun. What you say, Muslim, 5%ers,
Yep.
Israelite.
Just wrap them all into a ball. All right. Hey, because we understand, the words of this book, prophecy, speaks on it. Right? It speaks exactly on the very thing of our captivity, our persecution. All right. It speaks these exact things against Esau, Edom, against this world, and condemns it. All right. That's why this devil is upset. All right. Once again, no more plausible deniability. You can't get away. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is lifting the skirt and showing the nakedness of this whore.
All Jay care about is a damn
Right.
football game.
Just, hey, win the game, win the game. It's all about the game.
Like I
Right?
said,
That's the
it's
problem. You're trapped in the game. All
You're
right?
not playing the real game.
You're not playing the real game. You're trapped in this the simulator. All right?
Oh, that's the gladiator pit.
Right.
Yeah, right. Circus.
Hey.
That was a distraction of Esau.
Because
Still being used today.
and essentially, we get it, right? Because hey, Jake's joined these sports so they can get out
Yeah, it's a
and they can be
release.
free, right? They can be free.
That's why you got
Keyword free.
then 40-year-olds still. Oh, sneak. But you got these 40-year-olds that go to the park, I'm not talking about you, but you may. I'm talking about dude I seen on YouTube going to the park to the hoop, telling the young cat, or see, I'm the toughest out, and he'd be the one arguing when he drank,
Right.
ready to die over a damn basketball game.
Pickup game.
Right.
They be tripping, ready to kill it. You ever watch those over 30 leagues? Them football
They be fighting.
motherfuckers, they be crazy,
Oh yeah,
bro.
37 years.
They be trying to fucking,
kill each other.
like it's not that you not going to the league.
Getting
Right. It's
paid.
over with.
Yeah, you're not going to the league
They
no
gotta
more,
go to
man.
work tomorrow.
Right.
No insurance. Stupid.
All right. It's over with.
Some glory dreams.
All right, this is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 1, verse 8. It says, "But we know that the law is good if a man use it lawfully." In verse 9, "Knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man, but for the lawless and disobedient, for the ungodly and for sinners, for unholy and profane, for murderers of fathers and murderers of mothers, for manslayers, for whoremongers, for them that defile themselves with mankind, for men-stealers, for liars, for perjured persons, and if there be anything that is contrary to the sound doctrine."
Right. Anything contrary to the sound doctrine, hey, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has given this law. It goes to show that no one's perfect. No one kept the law perfectly, but Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
All right.
Because if we was all righteous, there would be no need for a law.
God. All right. So going more out to show you, hey, that you are to come to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds. All right. It doesn't matter about these other nations. Hey, they're playing their part. They're staying in their position. It's you who doesn't have a position in your mind. All right? Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is giving you fair warning. all right, that you have a position and you are to fulfill it. But if you won't, and you won't claim it, hey, therefore, you will get what? You will get judged by it. All right? You will get judged by that very thing, hey, that you so much hated. Okay? Because you don't hate us, brothers. You hate the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Okay?
This is Isaiah 63, verse 1. It says, "Who is this that cometh from Edom with dry garments from
Died.
dyed garments from Bozrah, this that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatest of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save."
Right. And that's Yahweh Shai. All right? But before Yahweh Shai comes, hey, who did he send to give the forewarning? His prophets. All right? 40 plus years. 40 plus years. Starting with the apostle Tahar and the apostles before him. All right? Abba Bivens, his apostle. All right? To give you fair warning, to let you know. All right? This is speaking of Yahweh Shai. He's coming. All right? And he's coming for you.
With chariots. Because
God.
read that last part, brother. Can you read that last portion? Or
Yeah,
is that
yeah.
He's coming in.
Yeah. He says, this, Isaiah 63 and 1 at the break, it says, "This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength."
Yeah, traveling in greatness of his strength. That traveling in greatness of his strength is with, the host of the Lord's army, and those being the chariots. What would it say? It say a thousand was say Psalm 60. Yeah, 68 or 98.
10,000. There.
You can continue on. Oh yeah, I got it right here. This is Psalm 60, 68 and 17. It says, "The chariots of Yahweh are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai, in the holy place." You know, and the angels are the pilots of these vehicles of salvation, of the chariots of Israel. And it says in Ezekiel, the 1st chapter, "Whithersoever the Spirit went, they went." So that wheel inside of a wheel, with that creature that was described in Ezekiel, the 1st chapter, they just think where they're gonna go and they move there. All right, that's why they defy they defy gravity. When these pilots have accounts of them, all right, they're going into the sea. All right, they're not moving lateral or in a straight line.
Right.
All right, they can disappear at an instant.
Right, because it's
Go through black holes. All right, or through the 4th dimension.
right.
All right.
Because that very thing is living. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai said that it's a spirit.
It's hot to be out here with that.
Right. He looked horrible. He looks like he's just about to die.
That's some torture.
Right?
Killing me, Larry. That's right. I don't know where they even came from.
Verse
That
2.
black hole.
It says, "Wherefore art thou red in thou apparel, and thou garments like him that treadeth in the wine vent?" Get on the people.
Where's the wine fat?
Wine vent? Wine vent? Yeah, wine vent.
Wine, I thought it was wine fat.
It's a VAT.
I thought it was wine. Yeah, I'm thinking of
VAT. That's bad. Wine vent.
Right?
I think that's the fat.
Wine fat.
Yeah. Hey, it's like that.
I could be wrong.
Right? It's like, hey, Yahweh Shai said Yahweh Shai what? hey, to trot down his enemies. All right? Hey, and basically like that scene, I Love Lucy. I know, brothers.
Yeah,
That's
it's wine fat.
right? Hey, to Preston.
This is weird because it's V.
Say V or big wine fat. Mine says wine
Wine fat.
It says V in his.
fat. Well, maybe I got the 1611, so maybe. But that being the, it's gonna say in the
That's why.
next scripture.
Right here.
I'm standing right in the ants.
Yeah, that's what I told you. In there. They're all in my pants.
Like, yeah, I'm standing right in them. That's why I was like, getting to this. I'm like,
Now you see because you was looking at me like, why are you moving?
yeah. So,
Ready?
yeah.
Verse 3 says, I have tried the wine press alone, and of the people there was none with me, for I will try them in my anger, and trouble them in my fury, and their blood shall sprinkle against my garments, and I will stain all my vermin.
All right.
No?
Yeah, how about Shimmy?
Say that.
This
Raymond?
No. Raymond?
is that-
Raymond?
yeah, how about Shimmy Al-Shai? It's not gonna be. He's not gonna be filthy like these movies where the man's coming up and he has all this drenched, soaked in blood. Okay. All right. But Yahweh Shem Yahushai, hey, is coming to pass judgment. All right. Hey, coming to take rightfully what is his. All right. And what is his? Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to do what? He's going to slay. All right. He's going to slay the evil in 2/3 of the nation of Israel. All right.
And it says, for the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeem is come.
Right, day of vengeance. All right. Hey, that vengeance that he holds is against Esau, Edom, the ones that pierced him. All right, and the whole nation, Amalek. All right, who he said and promised that he would keep war for how long? All right, from generation to generation, forever. All right, so that they don't have the ability to what? Fill the faces of the earth again. Okay, Salakia. Now, yeah. Now I really do got to answer about this.
Can't think about it. Just gotta let it go.
All right. So, so Yahweh Shem Yahushai is allowing this devil to get where he is right now. All right. Ultimately, so it makes for the best show and the best story ever. Okay. Got one more on that? Is that it? No. Go to 42. Yeah, Isaiah 42 and 13. And
So Isaiah 14 and 13, it says, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai shall go forth as a mighty man.
no,
He shall stir up his jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yea, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies.
Right. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to cry and roar, and he's going to prevail against his enemies. All right? Hey, that battle cry that's going to come out from Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to give what? It's going to give way, for the nation of Israel. And the Alahayim, first and foremost, to really get out and do their thing. All right? In 1 hour, where Yahweh Shem Yahushai, humble these devils. All right? He's going to make a good work of these devils in 1 hour. All right? When all these nations come together in the valley of Yahweh Shabbat, Yahweh's judgment, all right? Hey, what's going to happen? Judgment. All right? That roar, that cry is what you're hearing now. All right? Starting from our head apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Rama, Apostle Rakah, the elders and the bishops, all the way to the newest brother teaching 100% doctrine and truth. They are coming.
Yeah.
Look
This
at
is Isaiah 42 and 13 in NLT. It says, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai will march forth like a mighty hero. He will come out like a warrior, full of fury. He will shout out his battle cry and crush all his enemies.
Right. All his enemies.
Crush.
All right. So it goes to further show, hey, that the scriptures, hey, is not a respecter of persons, but is full of prophecy and promises. This prophecy is a promise, all right, to you heathen nations and as well as to the nation of Israel, all right? Hey, 2/3 as well as the elect, all right? The elect will be saved. They will hear that battle cry, all right? Because no, hey, this is the trumpet being blown before the battle, okay? As it is our custom to warn, all right? It is our custom to warn the people.
Blow you the trumpet in Zion.
God, all right? And Yahweh Shem Yahushua said, what did he say in Ezekiel? Hey, give them warning for me, yet again. Ezekiel chapter 3. Third. Yeah, let me get it. Well, I was, it's the book of Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 17. It reads, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the words of my mouth and give them warning from me. All right? Hey, receiving this warning, hey, is the correction of a prophet. All right? Through the will and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And so that you may have the opportunity to hear it. You want to hear Yahushai say it? At that point, it's too late. All right? You want to hear the Elohim say it? It's too late. That point is too late. Okay? Hey, those who wake up at the final trump know that Yahweh Shem Yahushai has already instilled that in them. Okay? He has already gave them a sure word. It's just that one little thing that has to seal up their faith. All right? And that is seeing the Lord. Okay? Yeah.
I have a long time hiding my peace.
Yep.
Isaiah 42 and 14 says, I have long time held my peace, I have been still and refined myself. Now I will cry like a traveling woman, I will destroy and devour at once.
Right. And this is what Yahweh Shem Yahushua is coming to do, to destroy and to devour. All right? To devour you heathen nations, all right, and put you in subjection, and to devour 2/3 of the nation of Israel, hey, to make sure you get right, because you can't get right now. And the only way to get right is what? Death by pain.
At once.
Right.
Can you read that one more time?
Yeah. Isaiah 42 and 14 says, I have long time held my peace, I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman, I will destroy and devour at once.
Hey, you know, that judgment is going to be, you know, when Yahweh Shem Yahushua judges the world, it's going to be at once. You know?
Simultaneous. All right? Everything. You get everything. It's an all-inclusive meal.
That's what you call, you know, shutting shit down.
Right.
Verse 50 says, and I will make waste mountains and hills, and dry up all their herbs, and I will make the rivers islands, and I will dry up the pools.
Right.
I was just gonna say, what you think these nukes is gonna do? All right. You know, reposition.
Landmass.
Right.
In 2012. All right.
Change the shape of this land.
Right. It's gonna grow the earth. Right. As you see in King Kong and Godzilla.
Yeah, well, the flood, you know, the flood separate, you know, Pangea.
Yeah. I was just saying, you know, and you know, Godzilla and King Kong, as they use those nukes and everything, they come back, and then everything's refreshed.
Yeah, I had the scene afterwards, the daylight.
Right.
They
come back 7 years later.
Yeah, and you was that Red Monkey King in the last one.
Right.
So, you know.
All right.
Looking like Bigfoot from the Goofy movie.
Looking like Bigfoot mixed with Copa. Good gorilla. All right. You got it, Jirash? Or are you hold?
Yeah, this is
I got
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 12. For the administration of this service not only supplieth the want of the saints, but is abundant also by many thanksgiving unto the power. Verse 13, whilst by the experiment of this administration, they glorify the power for your professed subjection unto the gospel of Hamashiach, and for your liberal distribution unto them and to all men. Alright? So this administration, many thanksgiving unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because this brotherhood, it works like a system. And the system is, communication, making sure all the brothers are, they're squared away, make sure they're good. It's like a unit, a function, military unit. We look out for each other, and through our liberal distribution, because liberal meaning free, we've been freed by this truth. Mentally, like spiritually, been free because, as the scriptures say, the truth shall set you free, right? Right. So, with that being said, now that we have this, Esau, Edom really can't put us back into that
Captivity.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
Free from the indoctrination.
And because that's the first part of the one side to salvation,
Freeing your mind.
and that was part of when you go into Romans the 8th chapter. I believe it said that we're freed from that death, fearing death pretty much, because part of that their part of their captivity is having you not truly understand how death works,
Right.
and that the reincarnation process. And, once you die, you truly never die. Your spirit, goes out of that shell.
But not just reincarnation, judgment.
Yeah.
Right? How judgment really works.
Yeah, because then you wouldn't be. That the Lord could put you in a even worse case if you're even more wicked.
Right.
Because under the sun is a place of judgment.
Right. So if you knew better, you'd do better.
So we're living out our judgment. Living out our judgment from being, disobedient to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, some worse than others. We suffer as a nation though. All right, even though that there's an elect remnant, all right, we're still suffering for the sins of our people. As Yahushai had to suffer, for all of Israel. This is Revelation 13 and 15. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be put to sleep.
Hey, so if you don't bow down to this man system, the MOTB is the RFID hip.
Yep.
All right? If you do not bow down to this man system and take his digital currency, all right, when it's implemented in a micro hip, all right, to put in your forehand or in your head, hey, you're gonna be left behind. In essence, is what this devil's telling you. You're gonna be left behind in the times. But yet, are you winning salvation? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds, because it's not for you. All right. In this time, in this day, you have to know where this devil and what he's coming with and where he's coming from. All right. He's coming from a place of a kingship. All right, to rule over you. Okay, to put you in subjection, and him to be your master and be your Lord. Okay, it's not enough that he already owns everything. All right, he wants to know everything about you. When you sleep, eat, and shit. All right, when you lay with your woman, when you sneeze. All right, he wants to know what happens to the dust particles of your body after you perish. All right, even though that he knows. Okay, he needs to account for everything. All right, that's why we're talking about the tech, the mini tech that he has. Okay, breaking down smaller than cells and shit.
It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive an MARK in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right.
Whether it be Neuralink, Neuralweb, Walmart, all right, Blackstone, okay? Any of these devices, no matter what brand it is, It is the technology that is pushing forward the doctrine of the devil. All right? It is pushing forward his sword, his program, his stake. All right? That stake to stake you as a slave. That stake to implement and to implant into you. All right? To come in unto your holy temple. All right?
You have to disown your power.
Right. And if you allow that devil to come in, you're disowning Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But know that when you disown him, he disowns you. All right? That there is no repenting from that. There is no coming back. You only have one way, and that's death. All right? For you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds whose father's line goes back. That's what you have guaranteed unto you. All right? If you take that MOTB, you are an enemy of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Yeah, this is just that word receive, didomai. All right, it says to give something to someone of one's accord, to give one something to his advantage. All right, to bestow a gift.
Right, and you end up giving your soul. All right, you're telling this devil, here's my soul, take it. All right, because that's what you're essentially saying. You can't even fucking give it. Okay? Sluck.
Yeah, so it says, dropping down in A, it says, this is actually D3. It says to give over to one's care and trust, commit. It says something to be administered, to give or commit to someone, something to be religiously observed. All right.
This motherfucker hasn't taken care of you now.
Yeah, but that's, this device is going to be that they want you to, it says in that last definition, to give or commit to someone something to be religiously observed. This is that idol, okay? This is that idol that they want you to worship.
Right.
All right.
Committing continuously. You're doubling down, tripling down on sin, and on abomination. Yahweh Shem Yahushua has given you time after time, chance after chance. You thought it was just going to continue. All right? It can't continue. Because if it continued, Yahweh Shem Yahushua said himself, all right, there'll be no flesh left. All right? For what this devil does. That's how perfect he is in his wickedness and his unrighteousness. All right?
He'll take life.
He'll take it all the way.
He'll take it all the way.
All right?
Everything that has life, he's trying to take it.
Right.
Even including his damn self. He's anti-life.
Right.
I got this real quick. This is Acts 17 and 24. It says, the Most High that made the world and all things therein, seeing that he is Lord of heaven and earth, dwelleth not in the temples made with hands.
Mm-hmm. Not made with hands. So what is that temple not made with hands? Didn't Yahweh Shem Yahushua said, you're the temple of God. All right, your body is a temple. All right, so Yahweh Shem Yahushua lies in you. You, Israel. All right, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, Seminole Indian, as well as you speckled bird whose father's line goes back. Now, does he lie in you on the left-hand side or the right-hand side? Okay? Because we understand, hey, through scriptures, it's all Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right? But did he put you in the left-hand side of the temple to be destroyed, all right, and to be rebuilt and to come back in your right mind? Or did he keep you on the right side to be saved and have deliverance?
Basically, you're a goat or you're a sheep. You know? Technically, put the goats on the left. You know what I'm saying? Who's going to receive destruction? Put the sheep on the left. I mean the right. Shalaki, that's going to receive salvation.
Right. So here it is, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Hey, choose ye this day. All right? Choose who you may serve. As Yahweh Bashem Yahushai once again is a man of war and not a respecter of persons. All right? Hey, prophecy will be fulfilled. Okay? Continuously. Right? Brother, got anything else?
You want me to read?
Yeah, you can read that.
17.
Yeah, you can read that. Slock it.
This is
I'm dancing with
Revelation 13 and 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the MARK, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Right.
So if you don't have this devil's stamp,
His stamp of approval.
yeah, his stamp of approval, you're basically asked out.
Right, and you see how it's becoming harder for Jake right now. All right, and the stamp is not even fully implemented.
They doing it by not letting you get anything with cash.
Right. You know, you're seeing little things and little increments of it right now being a hell unto Jake.
Right. Jake loved to have money,
Right.
you know. So
I got a pocket full of greenbacks. Hey, ain't nothing like it.
Big stacks.
All right.
They're rapping
Hey.
about, I got this much credit on my end.
It ain't gonna hit the same. They're gonna be like, and they talk about black cards, but when you are able to get denied, all right, they ain't gonna qualify nobody. You ain't gonna be qualified. They don't want you, Jake. All right. They gonna qualify a couple of you because why? You have to tell a lie to build a. You have to give a little bit to get a lot. All right. The gift destroyeth the heart. All right. So I'm gonna lie to you and tell you, yeah, you qualify. You can do it. It's the American dream. All right. It's nothing but a scheme, man.
American scheme.
This is a
Leave a
scheme.
dream.
Right. Even Martin Luther King was upset that he had a dream.
No. I had a scheme.
Right? He had a dream and then he turned around and said, I believe that I have told my people wrong.
Yep.
I have led them into a burning house.
Yep. So
All right? The man who had the dream that you celebrate so much was mad at the dream that he had.
and he was a sodomite.
Right.
And that speech he wrote.
I was just about to say, it didn't even belong to him.
Yeah, he ain't write that.
Well,
He
Floyd
got it
was
from
bought.
some small hats.
Yeah, they bought it. They bought it.
Right? But
So,
nevertheless,
that's your king.
all right.
That leader that calls air.
Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushai warned you of all this. Okay? Hey, but with that,
Was that that's the scene in Barbershop? Who was
the old
was that
man.
Cedric?
Yeah, Cedric the
Yeah,
Entertainer.
he said, man, fuck Rosa Parks.
Right. Hey, and it really in the right spirit.
Right.
Because if you understand what it is that they were set up to do, hey, you
Harriet Tubman.
right.
All that bullshit.
You would be like, okay, well, yeah, fuck Rosa Parks. All right? Fuck all of them.
Why is they lifted up in this white man society? You know?
They don't give no praise to Nat Turner.
Right.
No.
They
All
try
right.
to keep that off the
Keep that off the books.
Right.
Nat who?
that information of what they did to him.
Right.
Have luck finding that.
Right. Hey, they don't celebrate those who rise against the
So
oppressor.
he's somewhere pickled, you know, pickled in a jar.
Right? If you don't celebrate,
Heirloom.
if you don't celebrate the oppressor, if you don't celebrate your oppressor, then you are therefore held as an enemy. All right? You're not just hey, envy not thy oppressor. It is given unto us. All right? But with that, hey, we're gonna go ahead and give all honor and glory and praise unto
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children that's learning the bias, double doubt, the house of David. Next time it's men of valor saying
Shalom, Kwam Yasharallah, Wah, Wah, Wah.
Shalom.
Ants.
Yeah, there's shit on the answers right